Hello guys, this is my review for The Big Bang Theory, episode 4, season 3. Okay, so in this episode we're dealing with mostly with the fact that, Leonard and Penny are now married, so, normally when you get married, you're supposed to move in with each other, be a married couple. Sheldon, finally gets to know about this and sort of reverse himself back to the time before he met Leonard, which was 2003. So he literally redoes his whole apartment once Leonard moves out, like he has never met Leonard before. He even has a flip phone. I'm like, really shouting him, but his whole thing is because he feels abandoned. Like when Penny and Leonard talk to him about it, he's like, you're leaving me. He's like, yeah, you're my neighbors now, but soon what if you need to get a bigger place and all this other stuff? And he's like, and Amy's gonna get married to some guy who's not like me. I'm like, no, don't think that, Sheldon. Amy's gonna marry you. You're on a break, like on Friends. You're on a break. You're on a break. Yeah, don't ever think that, Sheldon. You and Amy are meant to be. Shame me forever. Anyway, so that's with Leonard, Penny, and Sheldon. With I'm gonna get their names. Howard and Raj, they decide to come up with a ban for Stuart's comic store because he wants to make it a little bit more festive and then get people in, show that we're actually in business. And so they come up with this song called the Thor and the Whip, which is supposed to be like Indiana Jones and Thor type of, when fans make songs about their, their popular superheroes or whatever. So the song was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. So they actually do perform it at the comic store, and Stuart's like, I need something to dance to, something that has a beat so they can dance to. I'm like, really? Can you not just applaud them and say that was a because that really was a pretty much kick-ass song and shit. That was pretty much a kick-ass song. I liked it. I mean, I even did my own parodies before. But. So I think I actually did every character. And it's only 2 minutes on the video. Anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much, that's happened so far. I'm actually hoping that Sheldon and Amy, get back together sometime soon, But it's also good to see Sheldon sort of dealing with his sort of first, I guess you say, heartbreak, Because, he, as he said in this episode, he was a person who, really didn't feel emotion, but now he feels emotion now. And I just love the show overall because we are seeing them grow as people. And I've seen a lot of people on, mostly Facebook, talk about, I want Big Bang Theory to go back to the way it used to be. Now it's like all lovey-dovey. I'm like, well, Sheldon, Leonard, Howard, and Rajesh, they're people. Yes, we love them because they're nerdy. We love the whole awkward nerdiness, that good in, social situations, but they know everything about Star Trek. They can speak Klingon, Navi, but they probably speak Dothraki too, and everything like that. But the point is, they're still people. And so throughout these seasons, we have watched them grow and become more, more sociable and, in terms of, and becoming into relationships. I mean, we have Leonard and Penny. It's Bernadette and Howard. There's Amy and Sheldon. Rajesh, I don't like Emily. I really don't. She just creeps me out because she has this whole morbid thing about death. Maybe I feel more comfortable with her if she. But just something about her that seems off for me, and I don't think she's perfect for Rajesh. That's just me. I think he deserves someone else. That's just me. But the point is, though, we've seen them grow as characters. I mean, Sheldon, in the early season of Big Bang Theory, he did not want to be touched at all, and now he has no issue with hugging Penny or kissing Amy. He has no issue with that. And we even seen him actually grow out of some of his little habits. I mean, we still haven't go like, that's my spot and stuff like that. But overall, he has grown as a person, and that's what I love about the show. And the fact that a lot of fans don't like it, I'm like, why would you want Sheldon, Leonard, Howard, and Rajesh to be the stereotypical nerds of them growing old, not having any sort of relationship, and just living in a world of fantasy? Because you do actually have some people like that would rather live in a fantasy world 24/7, and truly that is not healthy. I mean, I love Harry Potter, I love Supernatural, I love Game of Thrones, but I'm not going to, live my life as if Game of Thrones is real. I'm not gonna wake up and everything like, The Lannisters and their gods. I'm not, you gotta deal with life. You gotta interact with people. You gotta build relationships, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship or whatever. And so within Big Bang Theory, I'm glad we're seeing them evolve as human beings. And even though some of and they, but I mean, they still remain their quirkiness. I mean, we all change. I mean, we're not the same people that we're not the same way that we was when we was 5. Now, are we? I mean, some people might be, but even when you go through high school, there's a lot of people who we did all the cliquey things in high school. We lived up to the high school stereotype. But then we got to college, we grew out of that because that was a phase in our life. Now we're in the next phase of adulthood. And then once we do our 20s, we get to 30s, because by the time most people in their 30s, they finish all college, their careers. So at that point, majority of people, we're now in the next stage of our life. Marriage, children, whatever. Everything's a stage. So with the Big Bang Thing, I'm loving seeing these characters develop. I'm loving seeing the issues that Penny and Leonard are going through in terms of relationship, trying to make it work. I love seeing Sheldon, grow as a character and seeing how he's dealing with his with the idea of Leonard, his best friend, moving on with marriage and everything. Because even Leonard, when he was signing the agreement, and when he was getting to that SAP, part of him didn't really want to sign it because he's gotten used to being Sheldon's roommate. So he got used to it. Because even when Penny was like, "What do you want to eat?" He was like, "It's Thai food night," because Sheldon has literally everything planned to a freaking T from the time he goes to the bathroom. Everything. It's gotten to a habit. He's gotten used to it, and so now trying to live with his wife Penny, because her husband white now, it's like that he has to get out of those habits and learn what it's like to live with a female, because that's pretty much what he's doing now. He's living with a female. He's used to living with another male, his roommate's friends. Now he's living with a female, so all that's going to have to get used to as well. So I definitely love this, and I definitely can't wait to see more of Amy in it. So, because we didn't really see much of her. We just saw her when Sheldon was trying to interview her for, a roommate, which you think she would actually be happy, because remember she was trying to move in with him before. So I thought she'd be but everybody, well, dang, they broke up. But I mean, even though they broke up, you could still be roommates. I mean, he's still Skyping you, even though you guys supposed to be, having your distance. So anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you more for more episodes of Big Bang Theory. Bye, guys.